All right. So once you get to defining this portion of transfer here, we're leaving it to the last video in stage one. But once you get to that portion, you will have already chosen your big ideas, unpacked your standards for big ideas and assessment verbs, defined your enduring understandings and essential questions, and therefore established meaning within your unit, the why and so what within your unit. And you've also now framed skills and knowledge, and therefore determined what students will need to acquire in terms of skill and knowledge to exit this unit with proficiency. The last part of stage one, and again, it's up here on the top, so it's, there, as I said earlier, there are as many entry points as there are designers, so you might want to start with a transfer statement, and that might fill out the rest of your UBD curriculum. But in this case, we're looking at transfer as a result of framing our big ideas, EUs, EQs, skills and knowledge, and unpacking our Common Core standards. So transfer is arguably the foundation of understanding by design. If one understands a particular skill or piece of knowledge, they are able to use, apply, or transfer that into a novel setting. And so a few videos ago, in one of the videos on the foundations of understanding by design, I noted this line: I want my students to learn blank so that in the long run, on their own, they will be able to blank. As I noted, for most teachers, the first part is easy, and we all do that. I want my students to learn blank. We can look to our standards, our textbooks, our other existing curriculum and find that. The part that's often missing is the second part, that as a result of learning whatever that was, students on their own will be able to blank. UBD holds that transfer is the ultimate goal of an education. If you're learning something in a classroom and you're unable to transfer it, or if your teacher cannot tell you how to transfer it as a student, or if your teacher is not mandating you to transfer it as a student, then we're focusing on something that shouldn't be taught. If it's not transferable, it's not valid. And so part of what we're framing in this statement is a note about how students will use what they've been taught, the nitty-gritty fact and skill, outside of the classroom in an independent manner. So as you frame this, you want to follow the statements. As a result of this unit, students will be able to independently use their learning to blank. So if it's a math skill, how would they be able to independently apply the Pythagorean theorem? If it's a language arts skill, it's how will students be able to independently use their understanding of story structure or of writing in general in an instance outside of the classroom. That's our ultimate goal. Here's the most important piece about this transfer statement. As soon as you articulate it, what you've essentially done, and this is huge, so try to hold on to this thought, your transfer statement is your first shot at a summative performance assessment. By noting what students should be able to do as a result of acquiring the knowledge and skills in this unit, you will have laid out how they are to use or apply or transfer those skills, and that description winds its way into your stage 2 performance assessment, which you write up in the beginnings of stage 2. So pay attention to your wording here. Make this something that's worthwhile, as it will inform the next stage of the process.